Wagwan people, it's your boy Venom in the building.
Oh my god, I failed! It's
The lips are too big.
It's the lip gloss made by Lips.
Nah, the lips are too big. She can't even control it. She's got them juicy lips and she don't even know what to do with them.
So, hey, hello, hi. It's your home slice, Dami Zane. I'm back. I know you lot missed me, but I'm back, yo. Welcome
Back in
to
the flesh.
Listen, you lot heard the voice, but you needed to see my essence. You needed to see my personality through the screen. You needed to see, there's a certain je ne sais quoi about me, and you needed to see it.
Okay, with the French, yeah?
Yeah. You needed to see it, and you couldn't before. I understand, but I'm back now, okay? I'm back now. So, welcome to the Unpicked podcast. Those of you that are returning, hi. Right? And those that are new to the channel, new to the show, welcome. Join the family. Hit subscribe, okay? Yeah, ma'am. Let's go.
Let's go. So how's your week been?
It's been good. I'm launching a new business, a new passion project that I'm doing. So basically, it's a forum that enables or encourages women to sow into the friendships that they have, and also to create or curate new connections with people in the flesh. So we've got our first event. We're doing it through events and other types of activities, but the first event is happening on the 19th of March, so I'm super excited about that. I will link my website down below, but me and my friend, we've been putting a lot of effort into it over the last few weeks, which is the reason why I haven't written my bars, but they're coming. So yeah, it's just, I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited, and because it's a passion project, like whenever I talk to people about it, I can talk about it for days, like what we're doing. So it's super exciting.
Passion projects are the best, man.
And at the moment, we're not doing it to make profit, so it's a non-profit situation. Yeah. Eventually, though, obviously. But for now, it's just whatever people pay is actually the cost of whatever activity we run. So it is what it is. But yeah, if you are interested, I'll pop a link to our website down below, so you can check it out. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just got back from Reading, you know what I'm saying? Fresh home, as some people would say. I was out in Reading doing some work with the youth in Reading for just a little under a week. And it was a cool experience, teaching them how to DJ and make beats and
Love that.
just connected with the community. But it was really nice to be outside of London, if you know what I mean. Like, it was just a different vibe. Corona don't even exist out there, I can tell you that as well. It was like normal life.
Does Corona exist here now in London? No, not really.
I mean, like, how can I put it? I probably saw one mask like the whole week.
I haven't seen a mask at all. That's my point. Like, I feel like Corona's done.
Well, Corona's a thing of the past now, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, listeners, watchers, how are you guys doing? Let us know. We love hearing from you lot. Like, when a video goes out, I'm looking at comments. I want to see what you lot are saying.
Put your thoughts and opinions on the video. Just leave your mark. It don't have to be the popular opinion. Just because I'm saying, like, oh yeah, the sky is red, you ain't gotta come on here and say, yeah, the sky is red. Nah, if you disagree with me, disagree with chest. I'm just here for the discussion, you know what I mean? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Just be respectful and we keep it moving.
Just give the love and respect to others that you want for yourself. That's all we're asking. So you can share your opinion, but just do it respectfully. Respect yourself so that I don't have to disrespect you.
Damn.
Okay. But no, leave comments. Like, let us know how you lot are doing. We love hearing from you lot. We're a family. I call you lot a family, and I mean that. We appreciate you. Today we're going to be talking about a heavy topic, just to let you guys know. We're going to be discussing the war mainly, and a couple of other hot topics as usual. So yeah, just letting you know from up front, if it's going to be triggering for you, this is probably the point where you want to come out of it.
Yeah.
But if not, do listen. We're going to try and keep it lighthearted as we do, but essentially it is a heavy topic.
Yeah, man.
And with that being said, let's get into it.
Topic number 1, quite a somber one as well, quite a heavy topic.
Yeah.
For those in the black community especially, as we've lost another legend, a young one, Mr. Jamal Edwards, Mr. SBTV, has passed on unexpectedly. And yeah, I don't really know what more to say about that. It's just a very shocking loss.
Absolutely.
Considering that he's such a young man, and in my opinion had so much more to do and so much he could have given to the youth. You know, like when you're just like, okay, I'm done creating, now I'm just going to turn around and just help people understand what I did. Like, I feel like that part of his...
He did that though.
No, I know, but I mean, like, you know, you could be doing that for the rest of his life. Like, he could have been doing that for
his life.
So,
I feel like...
yeah, man, it's just a shame.
Yeah, I mean, we wanna kind of highlight his life here. He will never, ever be forgotten. In the UK industry, in the UK community, the black UK community, he can never be forgotten. Like, when we look at a lot of the artists that we listen to here in the UK, people like Giggs, people like Dave, Ed Sheeran, he impacted massively their careers. They wouldn't be where they are if he didn't put them on, if we didn't have SBTV. Those of us that are doing creating, like content creating as well, you know, the whole production of it, he was one of the first people to do it. He was one of the first to make like millions off of it, off YouTube, and having a channel and all that stuff. So he's a pioneer for us, and wherever we look, we will always see something that Jamal had something to do with, like in the background or whatever. He got an MBE for it, you know, and he was genuinely kind-hearted. Like, he genuinely wanted to put people on. It wasn't even I'm just doing it, just, you know. His whole legacy was on, if you want to know something about what, if there's something I can share, if there's knowledge, experience I can share with you, I'll share it. Ask me and I'll share it with you. If there's talent you wanna put out there, I'll put it out there. Like, he just didn't hold back, and that's one of the things that I respect about him. And that's the things that people are saying. Everyone that has had an encounter with him are all saying the same thing, and I think that's absolutely amazing. So wanna
definitely
send out well wishes and prayers to his family, to his friends, even to people that worked with him as well. Everyone in his sphere of influence directly that are directly impacted, not even just us that knew of him, but people that actually knew him. Just praying that your days become lighter, praying for peace over you, and you know that celebrate him. When people pass away, the best thing we can do is celebrate them, because their memory and their spirit can't be forgotten when we do that. So, yeah. So, in terms of another, how can I put it, pioneer or someone else that has legacy, I did watch Ye's documentary on Netflix, and I just thought, you know what, this guy. Like, sometimes I have a love-hate relationship with Kanye. I don't like his personal life, but that's none of my business. If I remove his personal life from his creativity, I rate him highly. And watching that documentary, for me, I just feel like, without giving my age, I feel like we were listening to, when Kanye came out, we were old enough to go to parties, and we were old enough to like truly understand the songs and have a good memory of where we were when we heard it, things like that. Like, he's literally our generation, for our generation. So watching the creation, or like the creative process of some of these songs, like Through the Wire, watching the creative process of that, for me, I didn't think I could love the song more than I already did. I just felt like, wow. And then when I looked at the dates, and it was like early 2000s, like,
I think it was 2004 or something.
2004, 2005. Yeah, around that time.
It was early. Proper
early. These young 20 guys, they wear nappies, you know. so we can remember it proper. So I'm just like, oh my God, like I remember first hearing that song. Or you know when he first joined Rockefeller and Jay-Z announced it, yeah, I remember thinking, oh my God, Jay-Z's just announced Kanye's come up. Like Kanye has made it, he's arrived. Not to realize
exactly.
He still
the stress.
No, he still had to hustle after that. He did not arrive.
Stress, man. Kanye's come up was stress. Kanye been my favorite guy for a very, very long time. And he took the mantle over Pharrell Williams, who was my favorite guy until I realized how mad Kanye is. But that documentary just solidified everything for me, because the self-belief that this man has, that's a lesson to everybody, like especially anyone in the creative field. Like you need to believe in yourself like Kanye. I would have always said that, but now that I can see it like in documentary form and see the unsigned man who was just making beats, man's always wearing his retainers, man didn't, you know what I mean? Like it was one of them things I'm watching it, I'm like, this guy just believed in himself. He said, it's not about where I'm at now. Don't worry about the fact that I got retainers in and I'm trying to show beats to like these big people and then rap for them and then I'm all taking my retainers. Like, who does that? Do you know what I mean? He went acting.
He had relentless belief for himself. Crazy work ethic. Yeah. And this is the thing about having... There's one thing to be motivated, yeah, but in life, you really have to have commitment. He was genuinely committed to himself and his pursuit to break out of the producer. I shouldn't even do that.
Umbrella.
I shouldn't do this because he's a producer. Like he's a producer.
Yeah.
It's not Bunny Finger producer. He's a producer. But he really wanted to be a rap artist, and he didn't want to be a producer rap artist. He just wanted to be a rap artist. And it was so interesting to see his pursuit of that and his passion of to the point where to him there was a point, I don't know if it was episode 1 or 2, I can't remember now, and they were like, shortly after the accident, for him to fund his project he had to go back to producing, and they made it sound like, to me I saw it as the equivalent of my 9-to-5 job. I do that because I need to pay my bills, innit? But I don't love it. My content creating and my passion project are the things that I love, right? So them equating it was almost like they equated it to that kind of feeling of he's producing to make ends meet. It's not. And that,
but you know the maddest thing is
producing he's doing to make ends meet. Yeah, it's not any small producer. This guy is
fire. And these times, do you know how many people can't even make ends meet on producing?
People, no. People are doing 9-to-5 to fund their, what I call a passion project.
Their producer lifestyle.
There's content creators that are working 9-to-5 to fund their side hustle, to fund their content. That's me. That's me. Yeah. However... There's some, this is where I fall off the category because I'm flipping good at my job, but there's some that are doing the 9-to-5 and they're just about doing the day, about doing the day job. They're not like gifted at it. It's not fantastic or whatever. It's just, I'm just doing it. Yeah. But Kanye was doing producing as his 9-to-5, basically.
Fantastic.
But he was doing it fantastically. He was like the creme de la creme. And to him, that's not good enough. I want to be a rap artist.
Yeah, but this is not my dream.
This is not where I'm meant to stay. This is not where I want to stay. I want to be.
And they tried to put him there. They tried to put him in a box many times, and he said it's not happening.
He said not me. The bit that I loved out of all of it was when he played Through the Wire to Pharrell. I will never forget that scene.
That was a dope scene, man.
And Pharrell literally walked out. He did that thing, you know, when you're like, hey, mad dramatic.
He's like, you're coming into my studio to play me this. I thought to
myself, so I'm not the only one that's dramatic. It's nice to know that Pharrell's dramatic too. He walked out, came back in. He goes, you're my favourite. I can't remember what he said after that. His favourite something. I just heard favourite. And I said, wow, Pharrell's favourite. Yeah. Damn, Kanye. And it's so interesting because the way younger people talk about Kanye being like, oh, his legacy, oh my God, he's a legend. In that moment, Pharrell's the legend. And Kanye was trying to win Pharrell's approval. That's mad. And
that's mad.
Pharrell is still doing it till today. He's still producing and everything in the back.
He's definitely taken a more backseat humbled approach to the whole thing.
I don't think that. And I mean, I know we've got younger watchers and listeners. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think people that were born in the early 2000s or even in the late 90s will really understand the gravity of that scene of Pharrell kind of giving Kanye the approval. Those of us that know, that knew these artists at that time would have been like, this is lit.
Only Kanye could believe in himself that much that he would know, I need to be documenting all of this properly, because one day people are going to look back at my life and be like, you know what, that's how he did it.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to start moving with Kanye energy. People need to be recording me. I need to hire somebody. Guys, if you're a videographer, hit me up in the comments. It's about time you lot started recording me from now. Because in a few years' time, when I blow up proper,
they were going to want to know how it was done.
Yeah.
And that's going to be your name on that film. So I'm saying the same, yo.
That's the energy you got to move with. You got to believe in yourself.
Come film your boy.
You got to believe in yourself.
It was too much. From the beginning. Man was filming from the beginning. But you know what I loved about that documentary? A different part. Because I loved everything that you were talking about as well. But the other thing that I loved was his mum.
I was about to say.
Yeah. His mum, man. It was just, I don't know what to call it.
It's so important. It's so important. And this is something else I'm very passionate about. But it's so important to sow positivity into your children. Like, it's one thing to be like, oh, I'm proud of you, I love you. But to actually, because children, they're blank canvases. His mum is the reason why Kanye has that outlook of life and has that belief in himself. It came from his mum. The fact that his mum was sowing that into him and saying to him, you know, you're a rapper, you can this, you can that, you want to do this. She really sowed it into him. And it's so important as I'm not a parent yet, but that's one thing that I believe in and that I pray when I do have children, I'm able to achieve successfully,
sure,
because I don't want my children to ever think that they can't do something. If you want to do it, you can do it and you will do it. And when you have that mentality, you will achieve. I mean, now it's definitely arrogance because he's made it now. So the proof is in the pudding basically for him. So it's like, I am the greatest because he can say that he's done it. But in the beginning, people branded him as arrogant because of that mentality. But I think it was okay for him to be arrogant because that's what's got him there. His commitment. That's what's kept him committed.
He said, "Come correct." That was his energy. That was his whole. He said, "Come at me correct." Like,
that's why I'm gonna say,
don't short me, bro.
That's why I'm gonna say going forward, when you people talk about this podcast, you're gonna refer to it as the greatest podcast ever. It's a number one podcast.
Greatest podcast of all time.
Yeah, it's a number one podcast.
Yeah.
That's what we are, and that's how we're gonna move going forward. Simple.
Joe Rogan, I'm gonna let you finish, but Dami and myself, we got the greatest podcast of all time.
Dami Zayn and Venom.
Dami Zayn.
We're coming for you. Okay. Anyway, main topic.
The main topic this week, where this is a subject and a half.
I'm gonna try not to get triggered today, guys. I'm gonna try my best. I've been doing okay. I've not been getting triggered lately.
No, you've been all right. I've been sparing you. I was like, you know what? Let's keep it chill. Let's keep it chill for a little bit.
I've been doing all right.
But you said we're going to talk about war, so maybe I should trigger you. I don't know.
Take it easy.
I'm playing. Right. So, for those that don't know, it'd be hard to not know, but maybe there's some of you out there. Russia has invaded Ukraine. We're on the brink of World War III. It's all going down in the DMs and in real life. And I guess the thing that's cropped up within this narrative as to why I wanted to talk about it with us here on this show is the possibility of the UK and the man them and girl them from the UK going to war and supporting the fight of Ukraine and black people being drafted essentially. So I wanted to open that just to be the opener. But Dami, what are your thoughts and feelings about being drafted to go to war in support of Ukraine against Russia?
I just want to say here in the UK, a lot of us have dual nationality. This might be the time for you to pick up your Nigerian passport, Ghanaian passport, whatever other passport you have. Now is the time to use it to your advantage. Because as for me, I would not be following no British to anything. Black people in the UK, I feel like we don't consider ourselves as British first. We consider ourselves as wherever we come from first. Okay, and in the UK, whether they want to admit it or not, we've spoken about this in previous episodes before, and we'll talk about it again in terms of different institutionalized racism and stuff like that. It comes up all the time. We are not considered the same as our Caucasian counterparts, and therefore like when we have things like the BLM protests and stuff like that, you do get a few Caucasian people that do support the cause and stuff like that, but essentially they don't care, and they're constantly trying to gaslight us and tell us that there is no racism, we are treated the same, blah blah blah. But to be honest, in this 2022 in the UK, there's a pay gap.
Yeah.
If there was no racism, we wouldn't have a pay gap. So for that very reason, just that alone.
That's why you're not going.
So that they can put all the black people first to get bombed.
They did that already. They did that in the past, boy. Front line, they call it.
They put us front line. I'm too pretty for front line. I'm even too pretty to cook for the army. There's other jobs you can do in the army.
Yeah, there's bare jobs.
Cooking, nursing, all that. I'm not
medic.
I'm not doing medic.
Yeah,
I'm not chefing. I'm not medic. I'm not chefing. I'm not accountant. I'm not doing any of it. At this, I am and will always be Nigerian first, and dual nationality. I will go back to my
I actually don't even have a Nigerian passport. I need to get one. Not because of this war.
Mezop. He's fumble.
Mezop.
You better do it quickly.
Yeah, no, they ain't gonna process that. They must be backlogged right now, boy.
What? ASAP Rocky. Are you silly?
Yeah, there ain't enough time for that.
There's time. There's time.
I'm not gonna lie to you. As soon as this topic of conversation about draft came up, I was like, draft who? Because there's so many different reasons. Like, one, I've never been into the warring thing anyway.
I mean, you're a male podcaster. You prefer to talk. Sorry.
Exactly.
Shade.
I talk through bare shade, but I talk through my issues 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Because in all honesty, if you resort to violence, the outcome is always far worse. If you know what I mean, like it's a lot more drastic. Whereas if you can talk things through, and then there can be some type of amicable disagreement or compromise. You can't get compromise if you're going in guns blazing. It's just someone wins and someone is dead.
I just don't want to be following Boris Johnson nowhere.
I'm not following anybody. In this life.
Mm-mm.
There is nobody who can turn around and tell me, I have problem with such, so we must now go and kill them. I said, it's not a boxing match. It's not, like a scuff around the park. This is full on, put on the clothes, load up the guns, the missiles, the blah, blah, and go and murder people. There's no one in this life that could ever tell me, go do that because they're blah, blah, blah in us and I'm going to do it. I'm going to be like, bruv, they're blah, blah, blah in your belief system. It ain't got nothing to do with me. What this lines that you made, and it's called the UK or England or London, or that's you, bruv. I couldn't care less if England was called Germany right now, or if we were speaking German because the Germans won, or if we were speaking French or Dutch or Polish. I couldn't care less. bruv, I'm in the same place. It don't matter to me because the way that I'm treated, sectioned, segregated, it will still be the same. So I'm not gonna be like,
it's not our fight. It's not our fight.
Is that, bruv, you are the 95%. So take your 95% and the beliefs and show me what it means.
It's not my
when I was
fight.
marching saying, Black Lives Matter, not that I actually marched. I actually didn't march. I felt very guilty, but Corona was very real. And I said, who is more important? My black lives or my black life?
I did the same thing. You don't need to explain.
And in that moment, I said, if our lives matter, I must stay alive.
I didn't physically protest, but since
I did it online.
But since
I protested online.
Yes, I've donated, and even since then, I make sure I put money into black businesses. I really care about that.
Exactly.
So
actually, I really did. I did do a lot of black. Oh, sorry for the mic. I did do a lot of black business.
Even
support.
just real quick, because I forgot to say, and I actually wanted to say this when we did the tribute to Jamal, but our subscribers, our listeners, if you have any business ventures that you're currently doing, or any, like, maybe you've got your own channel or anything else that you're doing, drop it in the comments. As a community, we need to support each other. That's really important.
Indeed.
So drop it in the comments so we know what people are doing. And also real quick, sorry Venom, but real quick, one of our subscribers asked us to watch a video, and I just want to let you know, Ola, shout out to you. We have watched it and we will be doing a video on it. It will be coming out next week. All right. So yeah, just real quick, but yeah, that's what we're on, innit? That's what me and Venom are on. That's how we support our community.
What I'm on, boy.
That's how we support our community. Okay, like, we're all about, in that way. But as for during at the height where Koro was around, I wasn't outside.
I was not. I was with my mom and Bay, and that's it. That's my visitations.
I stayed in my house. I said,
that was before they even said bubble is legal. I said, no, this is for my mental health. I need to see these people. That's it.
I said I can't forward our cause and continue to put money into the black pound, into black community if I've passed away because I couldn't breathe at night because of coronavirus.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna stay inside. That was my way. So
that was yeah.
I'm on your level. I understand where you're coming from, but yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah. So I can't. That's my thing. I can't be out here fighting for things that I genuinely don't even believe in. Like, there's very few select things that I would ever fight for like that.
The thing for me, yeah, is what am I about to say? I'm gonna say my chest. So
okay, here we go.
Everyone's, oh Lord, the words I'm about to use, I'm trying to think of a different way of putting it, but I do believe that everybody is equal and everybody's lives.
No, I agree.
I'm not gonna say
all
it.
Lives.
I'm not gonna say it because of
matter.
Because of where it's. I'm not gonna. It doesn't feel right to say it because Black Lives Matter. But I do believe that everybody's life is valuable. There you go. Everybody's life is valuable, and we are all equal. And I got royally peed off this week when I saw Ukraine Lives Matter. And yes, I'm taking it there. And the reason why I was royally peed off is because. First of all, there's people of color in Ukraine who are also refugees, just like the white people that are Ukrainian. Is that a word? Ukrainian?
I think so, yeah.
Well, I'm using it.
I heard a woman say it today.
Okay, cool. That's it then. Ukrainian, yeah. Right, sounds... Okay. Who are also refugees, but for some reason they want to now be doing hierarchy of refugee.
You know what? It's not even the hierarchy thing. That's why I was like, let's talk about pre-war.
You can't separate it. You can't separate it.
No, you have to because there's different.
No. We know what we know.
Different things happening.
We know what we know.
No, but the reason why I wanted to do both is because I know for a fact that black people are already not during this war before Ukraine even showed their hand.
We weren't about it. We weren't about it. But we were like people. But we were empathetic. We were empathetic because we were empathetic
for sure.
Like, Putin's moving mad.
But I think the empathy is also going
because of the Ukraine thing. That's what I'm saying.
Which is why I wanted to do both before and after.
There's no before and after. It's all, listen. No. For real, you're longing it out. I'm gonna tell you, you're longing it out.
No. You're
longing it out. Yeah. Day one, we heard Putin one day decided, okay, now I'm gonna invade Ukraine. I'm gonna take over Ukraine. I've heard 3-4 different theories as to why. I heard one is their coast is frozen over, and because it's frozen over, and Ukraine has a port that has direct or is it a direct access to the Mediterranean Sea or some next thing, and basically they want to take over Ukraine so that they can have access to that port. That was one. Another one I heard was he wants to get rid of all the Nazis apparently in Ukraine. I heard that. Another one I heard was Ukraine. He's threatened that if Ukraine joins NATO, they then will now be on the same side as America. And if they're on the same side as America, because of their close proximity to Russia, that's a threat. Yeah, there's a threat there. I heard that. I've heard all sorts of theories. None of us know the real reason why Putin decided today.
It's going to be a combination of loads of them.
It could be all of them. It could be one. It could be a combination. Who knows, right? So we were like, rah, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Why is he doing this? And everybody's scared of Russia because of their nuclear bombs that they've got, right? So everybody's now worried, World War III, but forgetting that in Palestine and in Somalia, these similar things have been happening for a long time, but no one's really saying anything. But let's not really go there. No, let's go there. It's there, innit? Like, but no one's really talking about it. But okay, because it's Ukraine, it's a big deal now. Okay, everybody was but everyone was genuinely upset. Like, this is terrible.
Yeah, people were getting in their feelings,
genuinely worried about it. Like, people were genuinely on like the tweets I was seeing on the timeline was, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Like, even me, I was like, oh my god, this is so heartbreaking. It's so upsetting. Like, why does this have to happen? On the flip side, I was like, Boris, don't get involved because you're not about it. If you start joining America against Russia, we are finished. Don't do it, please.
Under Boris, okay, for sure.
Yeah, Boris is like, we're gonna make sure we're gonna cut off their Putin's funds and It's like Putin, most of his money is in Russia, so he doesn't really care. There's no sanctions you can give him. He doesn't give a damn. But again, we digress. Yeah,
exactly. Plus the way he's got a following, that man will operate for free.
Yeah, I was just like, listen, UK, just face your front and just keep quiet. Just keep quiet, okay? You can't handle it. Just okay, right? So I was like, don't get involved, Boris, please. We don't want to get involved. We've just come out of a pandemic. We don't need the UK getting into war as well. Yeah, cool. Then literally the same day, we start seeing videos of all the white Ukrainians leaving the black people behind to seek refuge at the borders. Nah, I'm actually triggering myself. It's too much.
You are. What should he do? Like, it's mad.
It's too
much. I get it though, but
it's
mad.
It's like, okay, when Black Lives Matter, when we did our Black Lives Matter protest, you lot was doing the most here in the UK. Just so people from other countries understand, when we were doing our Black Lives Matter protests, the government, Priti Patel especially, did everything within their power to stop it, to the point where they brought out a bill that they passed a law that says that if people protest, period, it's against the law. So now freedom of speech is the issue. You can't even have freedom of speech. You can't even fight for a cause no more. If you do it, it's against the law. All right. So that came off the back of BLM. That came off the back of Black Lives Matter. Yeah. And then you people now want to use our own line.
Exactly.
So when it was Black Lives Matter, we're all delinquents, we're all criminals. But when it's Ukraine Lives Matter, bare likes, bare retweets. I said, you people.
It's mad.
Let me take
my
Nigeria
wild.
Go back to my country because I can't.
It's wild.
I cannot.
It was also very divisive.
Oh my god! To use that language.
Choice of words. Yeah, because that's not even.
the timing
That's
is
not even
off.
Ukraine speak.
The timing is
I was
off.
like, wow, why would you make this about?
The timing is off.
But then again, there must be another agenda there, because the way everything has almost been designed to ensure that black people are not trying to get involved in this PASA, because day one, when people were fleeing for their lives, seeking refuge in Poland, Belarus, trying to get off to every borders, all you saw was black people left behind. And I said, are you trying to tell me that somebody can be shooting missiles and blowing your capital
and you're
to
not
smithereens,
seeing a life,
and you have time? No, but you have time to be
That's what
segregated.
I'm saying. You're not seeing, oh, that's a life, we need to save them. You're seeing, oh, they're black, they're white. You still have time to do racism.
Wow. I saw this video. There was this woman and her child. The child was an infant. It's -3 degrees at night. Everybody is outside, obviously. I mean, and when I say everybody, I mean all the black people. But not even the women and children are spared. And even though, yes, this is sexist and also ageist, this is something that we've come to accept in society, is that when it comes to times of trouble, turmoil, whatever, you give women and children just a little bit more of a pass than the men.
Well, yeah,
So
that's why they
can have shelter, you would shelter the children and the women, the mothers especially.
That's why in Ukraine, they said that men between, let's say, 18 and 60 couldn't leave.
Yes, yeah. That situation there, I was like, what the hell? It doesn't matter what was going on previous, even though I was never about to be drafted. And if they were like, it's draft or prison, I'm like, what prison, bruv? Just tell me what prison. But there's no way. There's absolutely no way that I can entertain this, these politics any more than I already have, when I'm seeing how my people are being treated in your country.
I'm just tired of the whole...
It's impossible.
I'm tired of people saying to me that racism does not exist. And people were trying to argue that the people that are the white people that are Ukrainian, because they're European, you can't really call them racist because they're not white. They are white. Obviously, there's levels to this, because obviously, like, the British and the Americans think they're the best. The white British and white Americans think that they're at the top, creme de la creme. And then if you're European to white people, this is why we left the EU. People don't want to accept it, but the reason why we left the EU mainly is because they don't want Europeans in their country. They felt that Europeans were taking their jobs, taking their homes, whatever. Sounds familiar, right? So they now said, let's leave the EU. On top of, the EU should have control over our country, over our island. Let's make Britain great again. Sounds familiar? So all of that is based on racism. Yes, I agree. There's levels, yeah. But just because there's levels in that sense doesn't mean that that Ukrainian people who are not brown or black are not white. They're white. That's why they think that they can segregate themselves from black people and leave the black people behind, or brown and black people behind, and save their white counterparts. It's just wild to me that in the midst of war, in the midst of fear, you still have time.
Yeah, to be
you're still thinking like
segregatedly. That's not really a word, but I made it because it.
Yeah, no,
it makes
but
sense.
I know what you're trying to say. I get it, because for me, in that moment, you people have been bombing my town. I'm here. I get to the train station and I see somebody else. I don't care what color you are. You can be a flipping.
Exactly. If you are fleeing for your life,
green, grey,
then let's go.
You can be a Simpson. Let's go. All of us. Let's go.
Let's stay alive.
That's not the time that I'm going to be like, are you Syrian? Are you Chinese?
They're doing the most. And do you know what the worst thing is as well? This is like the worst part, is that there's obviously people inside Ukraine who are saboteurs. A saboteur is someone who is there in order to sabotage any type of, they're obviously going to be Russian, so they're going to look very similar to the people who are Ukrainian.
You're saving them over.
So you're there saving both your friends and your enemies, and you're leaving behind the only person who you know is not your enemy.
Because they'll always see us.
It's wild. And on top of that, what's even more wild is Britain have already said that we're not taking any Ukrainian refugees. None.
And people are surprised. Why are you surprised? We voted ourselves out of the EU. You think they're going to take people in?
They said we're helping, but we're not helping.
Yeah, we're helping, we're not.
The help we'll help is sanctions.
Yeah, we'll help.
Yeah, for now, it's sanctions. I didn't know much about Ukraine before, but now I don't really want to know much about Ukraine. And that's not me disrespecting the fact that they are being,
I had sympathy before.
Attacked.
I had sympathy before. And
I have sympathy for everybody who's being attacked. Anybody who's being attacked, I have sympathy
anyone
for
that is losing their homes, that their life is in danger, I have sympathy for. But I have to say that these things are happening in Syria, these things are happening in Somalia, these things are happening in Palestine, and we should have the same sympathy for them as we have for Ukraine or any other country, Putin or anybody else decides to my words today. Wow. Invade. It's just too much. It's like, when will black people get a break? And I don't like to victimize myself. As you lot know, I'm very much like, no, like, take accountability. I don't like to victimize myself. But it's like...
It's not even a victim thing. It's the audacity.
It's like, can we get a break, please? Like, for once, it's not black. It's not a black issue. But somehow they've made it.
Yeah, it's really not. But somehow
somehow they had to worm racism in there.
These times, I actually thought there was no black people in this country. Come to find out,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm shocked. I didn't think that there was black people in Ukraine. How stupid of me. Really didn't
I'm the same. I'm the same. But the thing is, they're students. So a lot of them will even be medical students. So let me not say that, because they can be students of all sorts. But I know there's going to be a percent of them that are doctors, nurses, studying this, that, and the next science. These people are educated, have come to your country to further their education and help you.
Imagine,
these times, Ukraine ain't big on the map,
They're helping your economy, just from studying there.
I'm just saying,
just from studying
Ukraine
there.
is not big on the map.
Just from studying
and
there.
And then the second that you find yourself in turmoil, these are the people that you're now grouping together based on race and leaving behind. It is wild.
How are you saying?
It is wild.
How are you differentiating between refugee and refugee? It's wild to me. How are you going to say these are not Syrian refugees, like Christian refugees? Like, that makes a difference. So are you trying to say that a refugee that is Asian or brown or black that is not Christian is not entitled to the same rights?
That's a lesser.
Come on.
Refugee.
Don't these people realize?
Those people are less worthy of asylum.
Don't these people realize that? Okay, you people want to say Christian, okay, but as a Christian, you're meant to believe that we are all equal in the eyes of the Lord. To God, or whether you are saved or not saved, you mean the same to Him. To God, you mean the same.
But we're not dealing with God, we're dealing with man.
No. I'm just trying to illustrate their stupidity in you trying to say they're white Christian, okay?
But
so what?
That statement was wild.
For me, for me, it's more than just saying they're white. It's even saying they're Christian. As someone that's a believer, do not bring my faith into this and make my faith. Don't villainize my faith. Don't try and use that as. Don't do that. I don't like it. Don't white Christian. So what? A Christian's life is not worth more than a Muslim's life. Is not worth more than any other faith. Period. And the same thing goes for race. So to me, it's just how did you find the time? Where did they find the time? Are you not supposed to be scared?
This is also a news professional. This is a news professional that said that.
And they thought, and
it's the levels
in
of
this 2022, you're so comfortable to say it. Like, just say it
on the news, On the news.
No. It just goes to show that, throughout this whole episode, guys, I just want to let you guys know, throughout this whole episode, I have been censoring myself. Because there's guidelines.
Same.
There's guidelines that we have to make sure that we are not overstepping the mark, right? But these people didn't feel like they needed to censor themselves, though. They just said what they had to say. Right? That's wild. That's what they've shown us. What are they saying behind? Deep it.
Yeah, you're only going to see 10%, so...
That's them censored.
And it's a lot, boy. It's yeah. That whole thing is a very, very wild situation.
I said, when you said let's separate pre what we found out to post, you can't separate it. When you look at it as a whole, black people, no, not black, just black people, brown people, and I'm including Asians in this too. Brown people, black and brown people, we are treated like second-class citizens. For that reason alone, you will never catch me. And I will tell my brothers, my cousins, my friends, if I hit, where you going? That's why the first thing I said was, we have dual nationality. We're lucky. We can leave this island. You people that think that you're above us, okay, where can you go? All you know is England. If Boris decides he wants to jump into war now, all you know is England, because this is all you have. I have another home. I will go back there. That place you want me to go to so badly that you go back.
I'll be there.
Go back to where you come from. That's cool. I'll go back, you know. I will go back. I was born here, so there's no... it's not going back, but that's not the point. I'll go back to where I'm from.
I will go there.
I will go there. And they'll welcome me with open arms.
Listen.
I will go there. Yes. We're privileged to have two homes. So when you lot mess up this country, good luck.
Yeah,
when we take all our education, all our economics, all our, you know what I mean, all our skills, and we take all it back, all our vim,
our creativity,
and we take that back to
music,
our home,
the culture.
You think small England, small United Kingdom, this small island, literally this size in comparison, you think it's gonna make it? Yeah. That's why my answer in the beginning was, I've got dual nationality. It's about time I took advantage of it. Yeah. They start saying we're going to follow them. It's about time I take advantage of it.
Yeah.
We need to we need to realize the power that we have as a nation.
Fully. Because it's even if they said tomorrow, yeah, we're drafting. Literally, if one person just said, right, let's do another BLM march, not having it. That's it, you know? If all black people said no. And the thing is, realistically, in terms of numbers, that wouldn't even have any effect on what the British military would be capable of. Because we only make up 5% of the whole population. So we're not changing your military numbers. We're just saying that we're not partaking. Because when we said Black Lives Matter, we got a little bit of support, but really most of the country came back and said, no, actually, all lives matter. So as soon as this walk, I said, everybody from All Lives Matter, you need to go and deal with the matter, because
it's you lot's business.
It's got
nothing to do with me, boy. When they do,
it's true. All of that talking with Putin, that's you, man.
Boy, I gotta put me first, Lucius. I gotta put me first.
That's not me.
Like, oh, Dabby, you know, British. Who said that? Who said that? Not me, boy.
I don't think I've ever said that. Apart from filling out forms.
Who said? Even then, it's British African.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm just.
They let you know that there's a difference.
They have to. They still have to segregate on the forms.
Yeah.
So are you British? What type of British are you, though?
What type of? Are you British?
British?
Are you black?
You black
British? African British?
Black
Caribbean British?
Black Asian?
Other?
Black other. Imagine.
I see you.
I gotta put me first.
I see you.
I gotta put me first, Lucius. I gotta put me first. Yeah, I definitely think it's white on white violence for sure. And I think at the end of the day, like, because of allegiances and alliances that people have made to different countries, it kind of drags other countries into it. So, for example, the UK have pledged allegiance to America. So if America gets involved, straight away, we're involved as well. And that's an issue. So that's the only way that I can see it really getting on our coming on our doorstep. I don't imagine that it will be World War III, but I might be eating my words soon when they declare it is World War III. Who knows? I think Putin he's about it though. He's about that life.
Oh, he's 100% about that life. Yeah, for sure.
That Boris is about that life, and if we do end up joining this tin, I think we need to get rid of Boris ASAP, Rocky.
I mean, that's 100.
Because Boris couldn't even handle pandemic.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, people accept. Well, I say accepted. He's been accepted or allowed to be a blumbering whatnot for the past 2 years, as he's fumbled the bag on Corona so many times. You can't fumble the bag. Hey. You can't fumble the bag on war.
Someone that can't brush his hair. You want to follow him to?
Yeah, you can't fumble the bag on war, bruv. It's you fumble once, everybody's dead. Like that's how war works. So, nah, that's not happening.
It's mad.
Yeah.
Listeners, and we've got a lot of listeners that aren't from the UK, but your opinion on this is still valid. We want to hear from you guys. What is your opinion of this war that we're currently in? Apparently, what's your opinion of the situation in Ukraine, of what Putin is doing, and we just want to hear from you. We want to hear what you think. If you were asked to be drafted, would you do it?
Definitely.
And
also
your reasons why as well.
I have a special request.
Ooh.
Just in case there's anybody out there. If there's any people here's what my friend describes them. Is there any people who's born nighttime out there who would fight? I'd love to hear your opinion as well as to why you'd feel impassioned to fight for Ukraine and support,
or fight on behalf of Britain.
Yeah, I would definitely love to hear your opinion too, because my opinion is just my opinion, and I understand that there's a plethora of other ideas. I'm just not feeling it.
For me, I just don't feel like I'm part of.
It's a no from me.
As far as I'm concerned, just to make it expressly clear, I don't see myself as British first, and so therefore I don't see why I should be getting involved. When we have matters that are important to our community, I feel like the Caucasian British public, the majority of them don't really support us. We get a minority that do, but the majority do not. And therefore, I don't see why, if the segregation is there for them, the segregation is there for me too. And therefore, I don't see why I need to be getting involved in you lot's business. Fundamentally, as a first generation immigrant, I don't need to get involved. It's none of my business. So that's my reason. I don't believe in war anyway. I can't fight. I'm very girly. I'm just cutie, okay? So I wouldn't have any use for you lot anyway. But even if I did, it is the country that I reside in. It is the country that has given me my education. It's the country that I work in currently and all of that.
Yep.
There's definitely benefits to me being here. However, fundamentally, I'm still Nigerian. When people look at me, they don't assume I'm British straight away. They know that I come from somewhere else, and therefore I don't I don't identify as a British person. I identify as a Nigerian, and therefore I'm not involved. That's my reason.
I like that as a response. I don't identify as a British person. I identify as black, and therefore that is other. And because I am other, you go fight the war and win the war, bruv. It's not for me to do. You got 95% of the population. I'm sure somewhere in there is enough people to do the thing.
That will feel patriotic.
For sure.
That will feel patriotic enough. I just don't feel patriotic about being British. That's just the fact.
I just don't feel patriotic about anything. I wouldn't say I'm patriotic about Nigeria or Trinidad. I'm not a patriotic person. I love Nigeria and I love Trinidad, but I wouldn't describe myself as patriotic.
I'm patriotic.
Because I don't know. I just feel, do you know what I feel like? I feel like patriotism defeats logic a little bit, if you know what I mean. Like it borders into illogical terrain. So the reason is that I'm not black by choice, but if given the choice, I would always choose this. And then my blackness comes from Nigeria, but I didn't allocate myself that heritage, but it's one that I appreciate. So when I see all of these things, I'm like, yeah, I love all of them, but I also didn't choose any of them. So I'm not about to be like, for anything in particular, because this is all the luck of the draw that was given to me by my creator.
Interesting.
So I can't take it to a level where it becomes illogical, like I chose this. Because I didn't, if you know what I mean.
I don't see it that way. I just see it as...
No, I get that.
Hold on, let me explain. I've allowed you to explain yours. I'm going to explain mine, yeah? I've got a different perspective, okay? So for me, the reason why I would say I'm patriotic is because I am black. I can't choose that. So I'm black. However, the way I see it is being Nigerian is a big part of my identity. And I'm proud of that part of my identity. Not saying that you're not. I'm just talking about me. Yeah. Just remove yourself from the situation for 1 second. I'm talking about Dami Zayn. Okay. Just Dami Zayn. Dami Zayn, me, I am proud to be Nigerian. I'm proud of that part of me. It's a big part of my identity. When I'm talking, when I'm conversating, you can hear that I'm Nigerian. You can hear it. You can hear it from how I phrase my sentences. You can hear it from, you know, the things that I choose to say, the things that I don't choose to say, the accent that I put on and off. You can just tell I'm oozing Nigerian. It's because I love being Nigerian so much. And that's why I say I'm maybe patriotic might not be the right word, but I absolutely...
But even the word means different things to different people. So,
yeah, absolutely. Like I wouldn't be anything else. If I had a choice, I would come back Nigerian time and time and time and time again.
Yeah.
I love my culture. I love the traditions, not all of it, but majority. It is what
I know we need to have that conversation.
It is what it is. So for me, that's my reason. I don't see patriotism as, oh, you can only be patriotic if you chose to have that thing. I just see being patriotic.
I didn't mean that.
Having like being proud
like
of
a profound
and standing,
love,
being proud of and standing for where you come from.
Where you're from, yeah,
and
exactly.
I stand for it, like literally.
Yeah.
Not to the point where I'm ready to beef people, because I appreciate and love all cultures, but I just feel like it makes sense for me. It's a huge part of my identity and who I am, and so I'll always defend being Nigerian. That's not first and foremost.
I hear that entirely.
Because first and foremost is I'm a child of God. That's number one. But He placed me as a Nigerian, so I must
exactly.
And I love that. Thank you so much. You know, so that's how I see it. But yeah, for that reason, because I don't identify as British, I will not be following you people if they are.
I will not be partaking in your violence.
It's got nothing to do with me. It's got nothing to do with me. If seen as people might ask, Dami, seen as you identify as Nigerian, if your Nigerian president,
I was thinking,
if your Nigerian president was to now say you people are now fighting, I will definitely use my British card, because I'm a wuss. I'm like, I don't live in Nigeria. There's no need for me to be fighting for you in that way. I can support in other ways. I might support my Nigerian troops with the other jobs that you can do. So I might not fight front line.
What, cooking stew.
I make a banging jollof. I will do that for you lot. Yeah. I can draft to be a chef.
Yes.
But I wouldn't draft to fight. But for the UK, I'm not drafting for nothing, bruv. That's the end of that. Case closed.
Yeah, it's not happening.
I would not even make a bangers and mash. I'm not doing it. Not involved. And with that being said, I guess we need to close off because we've been here for time.
Yes.
So, guys, as usual, thank you so much for listening. If you got this far, thank you so much for watching us. We appreciate you always and forever. Our socials will be in the description. It will also be on the screen, as you can see it there. And just to remind you guys to give the love and respect to others the same way that you would want to receive it. Okay. And we will see you next week.
So until the next one, guys,
Peace.